Alaska is a land of legends, vast wilderness, and secrets buried under snow, ice, and dense forests. Explorers, hikers, and adventurers have always been drawn to its remote regions, but one man's expedition led him to a discovery so shocking that it defies explanation: a massive black pyramid hidden deep in the Alaskan wilderness. According to eyewitness accounts and recovered footage, this structure was unlike anything seen before. Its surface unnaturally smooth, black as obsidian, and emitting an eerie energy that seemed to distort the surroundings. Shortly after encountering the pyramid, the man vanished without a trace, leaving only questions and chilling theories in his wake. Could this be evidence of ancient civilizations, extraterrestrial engineering, or something far more sinister? Tonight, we delve into the mystery of the Black Pyramid in Alaska, exploring its discovery, the man who found it, and the terrifying circumstances surrounding his disappearance. The discovery that shocked Alaska in the summer of 2023, a seasoned outdoorsman, known for exploring Alaska's most remote regions, embarked on a journey into the northern wilderness. Equipped with advanced survival gear, drones, and high-definition cameras, his goal was to document uncharted areas, hoping to capture unique footage of wildlife, ice formations, and untouched landscapes. What he encountered, however, was far beyond anything he had anticipated. While navigating a secluded valley surrounded by jagged peaks, his drone captured something extraordinary: a perfectly geometric structure rising from the snow and moss, a black pyramid that appeared entirely unnatural. The pyramid's scale was immediately striking. Estimates based on drone footage suggested it was at least 150 feet tall, with sides stretching hundreds of feet in length. Unlike natural formations, the edges were unnervingly straight, the surfaces unnaturally smooth, and the apex perfectly pointed. Sunlight reflected off the structure in a peculiar way, creating shimmering patterns that seemed almost metallic, yet absorbing light, rather than reflecting it in a normal manner. The man, intrigued and cautious, approached the structure, documenting every detail. Even from a distance, the pyramid exuded an aura of otherworldly presence, as if it was deliberately placed rather than formed by natural processes. Witnesses to the early stages of the expedition described the adventurer as being both mesmerized and unnerved. According to recovered notes and video logs, he noted strange vibrations in the air near the pyramid, a subtle hum that grew louder as he neared the structure. Wildlife appeared to avoid the area, with birds, foxes, and other creatures keeping a noticeable distance. The man described the phenomenon in his journal as like approaching something alive yet impossible to comprehend. He marked coordinates, intending to report his findings and return with a larger team. The surrounding environment added to the eeriness. The pyramid was located in a valley shielded by jagged mountains, nearly invisible to satellites or aerial surveys. Even during the summer, patches of snow and ice clung stubbornly to the pyramid's base, and temperature readings indicated anomalies around the structure. Where the pyramid stood, the air seemed colder, the wind patterns odd, and electronic devices, GPS, cameras, and drones, malfunctioned intermittently. Experts reviewing the footage later confirmed that readings from the area were highly unusual, suggesting electromagnetic disturbances consistent with the man's observations. Following the initial discovery, the man attempted to contact authorities and scientific organizations. Reports indicate that he sent emails with coordinates and preliminary images of the pyramid, urging further investigation. What happened next remains mysterious. Within days, he disappeared. Search and rescue teams combed the area, but no trace of him was found. No footprints, no shelter, no evidence of struggle. The only clues were his last drone footage and notes documenting his approach to the pyramid before communication was lost. Speculation about the pyramid's origin has been intense. Some suggest ancient civilizations might have constructed it, predating known human settlements in the region. Others propose extraterrestrial involvement, citing the geometric perfection, unusual material properties, and energy anomalies. Military or secret government projects have also been considered, given the remote location and technological aspects noted in the footage. Yet no organization has confirmed ownership or knowledge of the pyramid, leaving the structure shrouded in mystery and the man's disappearance unexplained. The discovery of the Black Pyramid in Alaska is not just a story of exploration, it is a chilling reminder of the unknown dangers that may lurk in remote corners of our planet. The man's disappearance emphasizes the stakes involved when humanity encounters phenomena beyond comprehension. The valley, pyramid, and coordinates remain largely undisclosed, guarded by secrecy and speculation while the world continues to debate what lies beneath the black surface. The stage is now set for a deeper investigation. In the following parts, we will explore the man's final hours, the pyramid's structural anomalies, potential energy emissions, eyewitness accounts, and theories that could explain one of Alaska's most mysterious and unnerving discoveries. The man's last hours, his footage and notes before disappearance. The story of the Black Pyramid in Alaska takes a chilling turn when examining the last hours of the man who discovered it. Footage recovered from his drone and high-definition cameras reveals a sequence of events that grows increasingly disturbing, culminating in his sudden disappearance. Every frame and note left behind provides a glimpse into what might have transpired, but none explain the ultimate fate of the adventurer. According to timestamps and recovered data, the man first spotted the pyramid at dawn. At that time, the valley was eerily silent, with only faint wind noises and distant wildlife audible in the background. His initial footage shows him cautiously approaching the structure, his voice narrating observations of the perfectly straight edges and black, obsidian-like surface. The camera captures the sunlight reflecting in strange angles, almost as if the pyramid was absorbing and refracting light in ways that defy natural physics. He repeatedly notes anomalies in temperature and air density, remarking that the air feels different, heavier somehow, and the wind moves strangely near the base. As he moved closer, the man's behavior begins to reveal a mix of awe and growing fear. In his video logs, he records a low-frequency humming sound, almost imperceptible at first, but gradually increasing in intensity as he nears the pyramid. His voice becomes tense, stating that the sound feels alive, like it's reacting to my presence. Notably, birds and small animals in the surrounding area avoid the pyramid entirely, a detail he records as unusual. His journal entries during these hours echo the footage. No footprints, no signs of life here. Yet it feels watched. The air vibrates differently near it. I don't understand how, but something is wrong. But footage grows more ominous as the sun rises higher. Electronic equipment begins to malfunction. Drones lose signal, cameras experience interference, and GPS readings fluctuate wildly. The man documents these failures, speculating that the pyramid may be emitting some form of electromagnetic energy that disrupts electronics. Despite the malfunctioning gear, he continues to approach the structure, clearly compelled to investigate further. His final footage shows him examining the base of the pyramid, crouching close to the dark surface. Shadows and reflections appear to shift unnaturally, creating optical illusions that suggest movement within the pyramid's walls, though no one can verify whether this was real or a trick of the light. In his notes, the adventurer describes a sudden shift in perception. He writes of feeling pulled toward the apex of the pyramid, a sensation of vertigo and weightlessness that seems to defy the normal laws of gravity. He attempts to measure the energy readings with a portable device, only to find it spiraling out of control. At one point, he records a fragmented audio note. "I think it's responding. I can hear it humming louder my head." The recording cuts off abruptly, with the camera tilting upward to show the dark, towering pyramid looming against the sky. Search and rescue teams later recovered the man's final GPS coordinates, but the location yielded no trace of him. Footprints leading to the pyramid were found initially, but abruptly ended at a point corresponding to the base. No signs of struggle, shelter, or remains were ever located. The surrounding wilderness offered no clues. Snow, ice, and forested terrain appeared undisturbed except for the pyramid itself. Drones and satellites deployed afterward showed no evidence of movement or activity near the structure, reinforcing the mystery of his sudden disappearance. The footage and notes also reveal psychological effects. Experts reviewing the recordings suggest that exposure to the pyramid may have induced disorientation, heightened anxiety, or altered perception. The man's increasingly frantic behavior indicates he may have sensed something incomprehensible, something beyond human understanding. Whether these effects were caused by natural electromagnetic fields, psychological stress, or an unknown phenomenon remains a subject of intense debate. The chilling reality is that the man's last hours serve as both a warning and a tantalizing clue. Whatever exists within or around the Black Pyramid, it possesses properties that defy explanation and perhaps even human safety. His disappearance marks the beginning of a mystery that remains unresolved, raising urgent questions. What is the true nature of the pyramid? Why does it emit such unusual energy? And most importantly, is the wilderness of Alaska harboring a secret that mankind was never meant to uncover? The next part of this investigation will explore the structure itself, its material, geometry, and anomalous energy readings, diving into what makes this Black Pyramid unlike anything ever documented on Earth. The pyramid structure and energy anomalies. The Black Pyramid discovered in Alaska is unlike any natural formation ever recorded, from its perfectly smooth surfaces to the sharp, geometrically precise edges. Scientists and analysts reviewing drone footage agree that the structure defies conventional geological explanation. Unlike rock formations shaped by erosion, glacial movement, or tectonic activity, this pyramid exhibits symmetry and straightness that suggest intentional design, raising questions about its origin. Measurements estimated from drone footage indicate that the pyramid rises over 150 feet, with each side stretching several hundred feet long. What is particularly unsettling is the material itself. Observers describe it as black and reflective in some areas, yet simultaneously absorbing light in a way that gives it an almost void-like appearance. The surface shows no signs of weathering or erosion, despite being exposed to the harsh Alaskan climate for an indeterminate amount of time. Some theorists suggest that it may be constructed of an unknown alloy or synthetic material, resistant to natural decay and possibly engineered to interact with light and energy in ways that are incomprehensible to humans. Electromagnetic anomalies recorded near the pyramid further deepen the mystery. The adventurer who discovered it reported malfunctioning GPS devices, erratic drone controls, and intermittent camera failures. Later analysis confirmed significant electromagnetic fluctuations around the base and apex of the structure. These disturbances were localized yet intense, suggesting a concentrated energy source rather than random environmental interference. Scientists have speculated that these fields could interfere with human neurological function, potentially explaining the man's disorientation and psychological unease during his approach. Even stranger are the reflections and visual distortions captured on camera. Certain angles show light bending around the pyramid's edges, producing optical illusions that create the appearance of movement within the structure. Shadows shift unpredictably, and the base of the pyramid seems to sink into the earth in some footage, as if altering its dimensions subtly. Whether this is a natural phenomenon, a trick of perspective, or evidence of something more extraordinary is unknown. Optical experts and engineers reviewing the images describe these effects as anomalous and unprecedented, noting that no known geological or architectural process could account for them. The pyramid's location adds another layer of enigma. Situated in a remote Alaskan valley, shielded by jagged mountains, it remains invisible to satellites under normal observation conditions. Its hidden position suggests either a natural concealment or deliberate placement, the latter implying intelligent design and a reason for secrecy. The valley itself exhibits unusual properties. Temperatures drop unexpectedly near the pyramid, wind patterns shift inexplicably, and local wildlife avoids the area entirely. These factors collectively hint at a site that is not only physically imposing, but possibly energetically active. The question of origin dominates discussions among experts and theorists. Could this be an ancient monument predating known civilizations in North America? Some suggest a prehistoric human or lost civilization could have constructed it, though no archaeological evidence supports this claim. Others argue the pyramid could be extraterrestrial in origin, citing the material, energy readings, and geometric perfection as evidence that it was not created by natural or known human means. A third theory posits a secret military or scientific installation, possibly experimental, left in isolation. Yet none of these explanations fully account for the combination of material, geometry, and electromagnetic anomalies. Finally, the human element cannot be overlooked. The adventurer's disappearance reinforces the pyramid's danger, whether from physical hazards, psychological effects, or unknown energy interactions. The structure appears to react to proximity, creating an environment that disrupts both electronic equipment and potentially human perception. Some experts hypothesize that the pyramid could be a form of containment, monitoring, or even a warning, its presence deliberately altering the surroundings to protect whatever lies within or beneath it. The Black Pyramid in Alaska is more than a geological curiosity. It is a phenomenon that challenges science, logic, and human understanding. Its structure, material properties, and energy anomalies suggest a purpose or origin beyond ordinary comprehension. Investigating it is not only a matter of scientific curiosity, but of potential existential significance. The next part will examine eyewitness accounts and local legends surrounding the pyramid, exploring how indigenous stories, hikers, and other adventurers may have encountered its shadowy presence before this man's fateful expedition. Eyewitness accounts and local legends long before the discovery of the Black Pyramid by the missing adventurer. Whispers of unusual formations and mysterious phenomena in Alaska's remote valleys circulated among local populations, hikers, and explorers. Indigenous communities in the region, particularly the Athabascan and Inupiat peoples, have passed down oral histories that speak of strange, dark mountains and shadows that breathe deep within the wilderness. These legends describe areas where the land itself seems alive, where travelers experience disorientation, strange lights, and sounds that cannot be explained. While often dismissed as folklore, the recent discovery of the massive Black Pyramid lends a chilling new credibility to these stories. One elder from a remote Alaskan village recounts a tale passed through generations. There is a place where the snow does not melt in the summer, where the air hums and the rocks are blacker than night. Our ancestors said it was a place of power, and that those who venture too close may never return. Such accounts eerily mirror the experiences of the adventurer who discovered the pyramid. From electromagnetic interference to visual distortions and inexplicable sounds, the phenomena documented align with centuries-old oral history, suggesting that whatever lies in the valley has been influencing the environment for generations. Eyewitness reports from modern explorers provide further corroboration. Several hikers in the region have reported sudden equipment malfunctions, feelings of vertigo, and seeing geometric shapes or shadows in areas previously thought unremarkable. In one account, a mountaineer describes an obsidian-like hill that disappeared when he tried to approach, only to reappear days later in the same location. Though skeptics argue these experiences are hallucinations or misinterpretations caused by harsh environmental conditions, the pattern and consistency of these reports hint at a location that defies conventional physics. Additionally, search and rescue teams operating in Alaska's remote territories have occasionally come across areas marked by unusual ground temperatures, anomalous magnetism, and oddly arranged stones, often in patterns suggesting intentional placement. While no definitive structure was visible, these environmental anomalies resonate with what has now been documented at the pyramid site. Some experts suggest that these early encounters may have been glimpses of the same phenomenon, observed under different conditions or partially obscured by weather, snow, or dense vegetation. The pyramid's dark history may also be tied to unexplained disappearances in the region. Local records indicate multiple hikers, adventurers, and surveyors vanishing in remote valleys over the past decades, often without trace. In some cases, search parties reported electronic devices failing, GPS units malfunctioning, and sudden atmospheric changes that complicated rescue efforts. The adventurer's disappearance fits into this troubling pattern, raising questions about whether the pyramid, or structures like it, has long been an uncharted hazard capable of affecting both humans and technology. Folklore aside, some geologists have attempted to reconcile these reports with natural phenomena. They cite rare mineral compositions, localized magnetic anomalies, and natural optical illusions caused by the Alaskan terrain. While these explanations account for isolated occurrences, they fail to explain the geometric perfection, electromagnetic disturbances, and historical consistency reported over generations. The legends, eyewitness accounts, and the recent discovery collectively suggest something far more deliberate and mysterious than random geological events. Finally, conspiracy theorists argue that the Black Pyramid has been deliberately hidden or ignored by authorities. Satellite data, historical expedition records, and classified reports suggest that certain remote areas of Alaska have been restricted or monitored for decades. Whether this is due to military testing, secret research, or awareness of the pyramid's existence remains speculative. What is clear, however, is that both history and first-hand accounts repeatedly point to a place that exerts influence over its surroundings, induces fear or disorientation in those who approach, and has long been shrouded in secrecy. The combination of indigenous lore, modern eyewitness reports, and historical anomalies paints a disturbing picture. The Black Pyramid is not an isolated curiosity, but part of a larger, enigmatic history in Alaska's wilderness. It appears to have been influencing humans, wildlife, and technology for generations, creating patterns of mystery and disappearance that remain largely unexplained. In the next part, we will explore the most compelling theories about the origin of the pyramid, examining whether it is an ancient construct, extraterrestrial artifact, or secret human project, each with chilling implications. Pyramid's origin, ancient, alien, or human. The Black Pyramid in Alaska has become a magnet for speculation, drawing intense debate from scientists, historians, and enthusiasts alike. Its geometric perfection, unusual material properties, and the eerie energy anomalies surrounding it challenge conventional explanations. How could such a structure exist in one of the most remote regions on Earth? And why has it remained hidden for so long? Theories attempting to explain its origin fall into three primary categories: ancient civilization, extraterrestrial intervention, and secret human projects. The first theory considers the pyramid as a product of an ancient civilization. Supporters argue that the indigenous legends, which describe dark mountains and mysterious areas of power, hint at knowledge of this structure long before modern explorers stumbled upon it. Could a lost civilization have reached remote Alaska, constructing the pyramid as a ceremonial, astronomical, or defensive monument? Advocates of this theory point to the geometric precision of the structure, which mirrors architectural feats seen in other ancient pyramids around the world. Yet critics highlight the lack of archaeological evidence. No artifacts, tools, or other supporting structures have been found in the vicinity. Despite this, the notion of a prehistoric people capable of monumental engineering in extreme conditions continues to fascinate researchers and conspiracy theorists alike. The second, more sensational theory posits extraterrestrial origin. Proponents note the pyramid's black, reflective material, electromagnetic anomalies, and optical distortions, traits that suggest advanced technology rather than natural or human construction. From this perspective, the pyramid could be a remnant of alien visitation, a monitoring station, or even a containment facility placed on Earth eons ago. Some researchers point out that the pyramid's alignment with the surrounding terrain and its apparent interaction with local electromagnetic fields could indicate intentional design far beyond human capabilities. The alien hypothesis also accounts for the persistent legends and unexplained disappearances in the region. If the structure is not of terrestrial origin, its effects on humans, wildlife, and electronics could be intentional or simply a byproduct of technology incomprehensible to us. The third theory considers the pyramid a product of secret human experimentation. During the Cold War and beyond, Alaska has served as a testing ground for clandestine military and scientific operations. Some speculate that the pyramid could be an abandoned or covert installation designed for energy experiments, communications, or surveillance. Its remote location and anomalous properties would make it ideal for secret testing without public scrutiny. While there is no direct evidence linking any government project to the pyramid, the historical secrecy surrounding military operations in Alaska lends a degree of plausibility to this theory. If true, the structure's dangers, such as electromagnetic disruptions and unexplained psychological effects, could result from advanced experimental technology rather than supernatural or alien causes. Hybrid theories also exist, suggesting that the pyramid could be a combination of natural formations and artificial enhancement. Perhaps a geological structure was modified or reinforced to serve a specific purpose, explaining both the natural appearance and the geometric precision. Others argue that even if humans or aliens